The new show Love Story has brought Carolyn Bessette back in today's fashion conversation in such a big way. And people are revisiting the relationship, its history, the mystique, the sort of romance of it all. And what's really capturing attention again is her wardrobe. And what's fascinating is that it doesn't feel like nostalgia. It doesn't feel like we're dressing up in the 90s again. It feels current. And it feels incredibly relevant, almost like we've come back to something that we didn't realize that we were missing. There was sort of quiet allure about her. She wasn't loud. She wasn't overly styled, and nothing ever looked forced on her. Everything always looked intentional, but it was also so effortless, and that balance is incredibly hard to achieve, which is why it still feels so aspirational today. I grew up in the 90s, and that aesthetic really influenced how I understood fashion. And it wasn't just Carolyn, it was sort of that era of the supermodel, the clean editorials, the neutral palettes, tailoring. I mean, there was this sort of shared visual language of simplicity, this strength, this just natural confidence. The clothes, they weren't trying to do too much. Effortlessness was the ultimate goal, and effortless always reads as timeless. The 90s really existed right before everything sort of sped up. It was before social media told us what to wear every single day, before trends just sort of were cycling endlessly, before fast fashion just made clothing so disposable. I mean, people were buying fewer things, but they were better things. They were repeated outfits. You were developing a consistency in your wardrobe. It almost had its own identity. And there was a space to let style sort of evolve naturally instead of this constant reaction like we have right now. I think that many of us are now sort of craving that feeling again. So we've had decades of all these choices, of all this noise, of all this consumption and that constant pressure to constantly be keeping up. And now there's a shift towards more of an edit. And Carolyn's wardrobe really represents that edit. It's not like a deprivation. It's not minimalism as an aesthetic. It's just clarity when it comes to your wardrobe. So the real question becomes, how do we take that philosophy without looking like we're wearing a sort of costume and build something that actually works now? Because this only works if it fits into our real lives. And the answer is you build a modern capsule wardrobe the same way her wardrobe functioned. And that was through structure, repetition, and quality. So this is not about having fewer clothes. It's just about having the right clothes that all will work together. So this is sort of how we're going to break it down and how we build that capsule collection. Carolyn's wardrobe worked because everything sort of spoke the same language. So you want to choose color palettes that are a lot more neutral. So think your blacks, camels, navies, ivories, denim, because when everything in the color palette sort of can mix effortlessly, this will literally eliminate that sort of nothing goes together problem instantly. So when you go to your wardrobe and you're like, I have nothing to wear, or only have certain pieces that I can wear with certain pieces, these will all be interchangeable. The 90s were about cut and not sort of this decorated embellishment. So we're looking for clean lines, strong shoulders, simple shapes, and tailoring that's going to skim the body and not cling to it. Because if the fit is right, you don't need the embellishments. You don't need all the extra fluff. And that is why these pieces actually age well. And instead of variety, think of reliability. So a capsule like this might include a really beautiful structure coat, a great fitting trouser, dark straight leg denim, a white button-down shirt that actually fits, a fine knit sweater, a simple dress like a slip dress, a minimal heel or flat, and a leather bag with presence and not trendy logos. That's not that many pieces, but they create dozens of outfits. And repetition is what actually creates a signature style. In the 90s, people expected clothing to actually last. So you don't need everything to be expensive, but the key pieces should have great quality. So you're looking for impeccable fabrics, a beautiful drape, anything that's gonna last, because when something lasts, you actually build an attachment to it. And that's what makes a wardrobe feel personal, having those pieces that you absolutely love and you wear again and again, and people actually know you for it. This might be the hardest step, because Carolyn's wardrobe looked effortless because it wasn't competing with trends. So you're gonna wanna start subtracting. Pieces that you don't reach for, things that are requiring too much styling to actually work, or items bought for occasions that never came. I mean, these are pieces that you have in your wardrobe that you're like, maybe I'll wear it someday, or it only goes with this. It's gotta go. There's no point in having pieces like that in your wardrobe, because whatever's left is usually the beginning of your real and true personal wardrobe. So especially in our 40s, we start to value things like, how easy is it to wear? How confident do I feel when I'm wearing it? Am I wearing it consistently because it feels good? Does it actually have quality that's gonna stand up and it's not something novel that I just bought on the whim off of TikTok? A wardrobe like this actually supports your life instead of demanding attention. It makes getting dressed faster, it looks more polished without effort, and it actually evolves with you instead of expiring at the end of every season. So while Love Story may have brought Carolyn Bessette back into focus, what it's really reminded us of is a way to dress that feels incredibly relevant right now. So it's intentional, it's effortless, it's enduring. You know, it's not about going backward, it's about returning to something that actually works. If there's anything else you would like to see from me, any other styling tips or videos, please let me know. I would love to hear from you. And what is your takeaway? What's your favorite Carolyn Bessette look or, ethos when it comes to wardrobe and styling? I want to know. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.